Hey everybody, Spirited Guy here, bringing you a Pokemon Showdown commentary against CaptainElite. And this is a new match. I was actually using my laddering team, even though the ladder is kind of broken on Showdown right now. And let's get right into the battle. So, possible threats on his end. I'm not seeing anything that's really stands out to me. Depending on what the Bayonet could do, and if I don't predict carefully around it, could take out one of my guys with Destiny Bond, which could be an issue. Amoonguss, also kind of tough for my team to break through. As you can see, I don't really have a lot to do with him due to it, because I don't carry a fire type, so I'm going to have to whittle away at that thing, really. Rapidash, not an issue. Wild Charge won't do that much to my Amoonguss. The Chinchino is definitely a threat, because Bullet Seed can do about 50% to my defensive wall, which is my Alamomola. And that's all I'm really seeing at his end. I'm pretty sure I did analysis on this team, so if you want to see the analysis of this team, you can go to one of my earlier videos to check that out. So, in terms of what I should lead with, I'm definitely probably going to lead with my Electabuzz, because he doesn't have a ground type to stop me from Volt Switching, and if he leads with the Amoonguss, I can still just Volt Switch out and get Switch Advantage. So, let's get right into the match. I'm going to lead with my Electabuzz, as I've said. Going to go for the Volt Switch on the Bayonet. Does a nice chunk based on choice specs. And I'm going to go into my Momola to take the predicted physical hit, which is what he goes for. He gets a crit, which does kind of suck, but really, I can heal all that back from Regenerator, so I can't be bothered. So, switch out, get myself back to full. Anticipating, I'm not quite sure. I just went into this because I want to be able to outspeed him so he wouldn't DB on me. And kill him with the Volt Switch. But he actually switches into his Probopass, giving me Switch Advantage, which is nice. And here I make a critical over-prediction, going for the Stone Edge, predicting the Haunter. But that works out very badly for me, because he cripples my Choice Scarf Sock, which isn't good. So now I go into my Golurk and make another over-prediction with the Stone Edge, thinking that he would think that since I already over-predicted once, I'd over-predict again. But that doesn't work out for me, unfortunately, and he gets to stand here. And I go for the Stone Edge again, maybe anticipating to go back into the Haunter. He doesn't, and this time he goes in the Amoonguss, and it's rather unfortunate that I didn't go for the Earthquake, because Earthquake would have actually been a 2-hit KO after Stealth Rocks. So he's going to be able to put me to sleep with the Spore, and that kind of sucks. So I'm going to switch out and leave my Golurk in a Sweet Fodder, because I will have a few chances to wake up later. Go to my Electabuzz, hoping I could take a hit, because the reason I didn't go to my Altaria was I was working to carry the HP Ice, and I really didn't want to take that, but probably Altaria would have been the better play at that point. I just go for the safe hidden Power Ice, because I'm not really in the position to over-predict at the range of health my Electabuzz is at, and how much of a threat that Amoonguss is to my team. But he does go in the Probopass and easily takes me out with the Earth Power, so now I'm in a bit of trouble, but I know I can burn Sleep turns easily on this Probopass, so I do switch in my Golurk as he switches in his Rapidash. And first turn, he makes an over-prediction into something. I honestly don't know what, because all of my team takes that fighting move neutrally, and I have a couple guys that even resist it fully. So that was a bit of a strange play, but unfortunately for me, I get the 3-turn wake, and I wake up on the 4th turn, which just kind of sucked, because I have to take a Shadow Ball from a Haunter, even though I know I can. And I do take him out with the Stone Edge, but now he goes in his Bayonet. I don't want to get burned or DB'd killed, so I do go to my Altaria. He does go for the Destiny Bond, so what I'm going to do here is go for the Roar, and he makes a nice prediction here, predicting me to go for the Roar, and gets a status on my Altaria, which is a good play, but obviously I have the Natural Cure, so I'm not too concerned about it. He's going to go for the Giga Drain, I guess maybe predicting for me to roar him out, which is a good play as well. And I roar him into his Chinchino, and I really don't have anything to want to take 2 hits from that thing, especially if he over-predicts me to go to Bullet Seed. So I just go for the Dragon Pulse and let my Altaria die as he goes to the safe Rock Blast. Now I'm going to go into my Alamomola, knowing I can take 1 set of Bullet Seeds and go for the Wish, and I can kind of Life Orb stall him at this point, as long as he doesn't get too many crits with those Bullet Seeds. I'll be really ready to go at this point. So go for the Wish, and on the following turn I just go for the Safe Protect. I was a little bit worried he was going to switch out, but he makes a good play staying with the Bullet Seed, thinking that I'd over-predict, but I, thank God, didn't this time. So now he's going to go for the U-turn, and U-turn out on his Rapidash, which is a little bit weird, but I know he has the Wild Charge, and this turn couldn't work out any better, because he does go for the Wild Charge. It only does about half, because Omomola is very defensively bulky, and I'm able to take him out with the Waterfall, and the Wish along with Leftovers brings me back to full health. So that turn for him literally accomplished nothing, and it was very good for me. And now he goes in the Probo Pass. I go for the Waterfall, doing a good amount of damage, and he goes for the Volt Switch, thinking maybe it'd do a lot, considering I'm defensive. But it doesn't really do that much, simply because Omomola has tons of HP to take hits. So now I go in my Sock, predicting the Spore, just so I can probably get damage on him with Ice Punch. But unfortunately for me, I get Parahacks first turn, and he gets a crit Giga Drain. The crit actually worked against him because he wouldn't be able to get any more health back on the second turn. But for some reason, he went for Clear Smog to finish me off, which was a little bit of a weird play because he could have gotten health back with the Giga Drain. But now I go to my Golurk to go for the Earthquake and get some damage on the Amoonguss as he finishes me off with the Giga Drain. So now I go to my Amoonguss because I carry the HP Ice. And honestly, at this point, I was really praying he wouldn't go for the Spore. And thankfully for me, he doesn't, which is a little bit strange. He goes for the Giga Drain, which really doesn't accomplish anything for him because it does less than Leftovers. So that was a little bit of a weird play, but I take him out with the second HP Ice, and that's all good. So now he goes into Cinccino, and I'm thinking I could probably live 5 Tail Slaps. Even though I'm not defensively bulky, I'm specially defensive simply because I do a max HP, and Amoonguss is pretty naturally bulky. So I am able to take out the Cinccino with 1 Giga Drain, and that's all good. So now he's left with the issue that he can't really do anything to me. So the DB is really obvious here, so I do go for the Spore, predicting the Destiny Bond, and that works out well for me because now he can't really do anything to me. And he switches down the Probo Pass, which is a little bit of an odd play because he could have taken a hit and done something to me had he just sacked his Bayonet. But I guess he realized at this point that the game's pretty much over, and he can't really do anything to my Amoonguss. So I'm able to finish off the Probo Pass, and the Bayonet will die from Stealth Rock. So yeah, in terms of the LP that I'm going to be doing with Wooper, he hasn't gone on yet, so I'm kind of hoping he'll get on soon so we can talk about plans. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the battle. I'll see you guys later.